Let's be honest, some of the people you fell for, you wouldn't have chosen if you weren't lonely. A lot of the people we entertain were never our type. Loneliness just had a way of making them look special. And once loneliness speaks for you, you start settling and attaching. Hi, I'm Miracle. Today, we're talking about how loneliness makes you settle, chase the bare minimum, and stay attached to people who shouldn't have had that access to your heart. By the end of this video, you'll see the patterns loneliness creates, understand why you've settled before, and learn how to start choosing love, not just comfort. So let's get right into the video and let's talk. Let's start with the real reason loneliness chooses for you. When you're lonely, the smallest text feels like chemistry. A little affection feels like compatibility. But deep down, you know the connection isn't that strong. You just don't want to be alone. And the hidden truth is your brain is wired to reach for any comfort when you're emotionally hungry. So by the end of the day, you're holding on to people who only show up halfway because halfway feels better than nothing. But here's the part we don't talk about enough. Loneliness isn't the real problem, it's what triggers it. Loneliness brings out the part of you that fears abandonment. It wakes up the part that thinks, I don't want to start over again. I don't want to be the only one without someone. I'd rather stay here than feel empty. So by the end of the day, you end up convincing yourself that maybe they're not that bad. Or maybe I can manage. But you're not choosing love, you're choosing relief. So how do you break the pattern? So let's get right into the how. To stop letting loneliness choose for you, you have to know its patterns. Ask yourself, when I feel lonely, what do I start craving? Attention, validation, a distraction. Because once you see your patterns clearly, you stop confusing your emotional need with your romantic standards. And the next part is the real game changer. And also the part many people avoid the most. Most people run from loneliness. They jump right into talking stages. They entertain someone they're not even interested in. They go back to people who hurt them. You know that moment when it's 11:47 p.m. and suddenly the person you cut off pops into your mind? Not because you miss them, but because your room is quiet and your heart feels empty. So what do? You pick up your phone, scroll to their name and start typing, hey, that's loneliness choosing for you. But the truth is, if you can sit with loneliness without rushing to feel it, you break the cycle. You stop treating your emotions like emergencies. And after you can sit with it, something starts to happen. When your whole emotional world depends on one person, you always settle. But when you have hobbies, friendship, family connection, a purpose, things that fill you up as a person, you stop seeing relationship as rescue missions. Because they are not. Romantic love becomes a choice, not a survival tool. And the final step is what truly protects you from settling again. This is where you ask yourself, do I want this person because they are good for me or because they are here right now? If it's craving, walk away. If it's clarity, please do proceed. Let's further explain this point. Take this scenario for example. Have you ever looked at someone and felt like they're actually not that bad? But when you're around friends or busy with life, you don't even remember they exist. That's not compatibility. That's loneliness dressed up as interest. You stop letting loneliness choose for you the moment you understand it. Feeling lonely is a moment. Choosing someone is a commitment. Don't make long-term decisions from temporary emptiness. Loneliness feels urgent. It tells you to act fast, reply quickly, settle quickly. A real connection is calm. It doesn't beg, it doesn't rush, it doesn't make you smaller. So when something feels intense but not peaceful, that's not love calling you. That's loneliness asking for relief. If this helped you see your patterns more clearly, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me below, have you ever chosen someone out of loneliness? Let's talk about it.